Alright, we're here with Mikey Banks at his infamous house here at Indicator's Surf House. If you want to come and organise to stay here, it's a beautiful place. We'll put all of it in the bio. But yeah, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Kia ora, my name's Mikey Banks. I've grown up in Whale Bay all my life. Here at Indi's, been a privileged little bugger to have lived here all my life, and now these days I see that and appreciate that more probably than ever. And yeah, cheers, welcome Indi. Sure.
Thanks. All right, we'll kick off with the first question. How important is it for NZ surfing to have the WSL back on the calendar?
Yeah, I think that the whole event was successful. I think it ran really smoothly. I think there was a lot of nerves and a lot of just the unknown before it all started, and I think it's important for all the grommets to and for the state of New Zealand surfing, and for all you boys and grommets coming through to have something like a potential wild card for you all to keep progressing and have the potential to surf against these boys is like unreal.
Yeah.
Fuck, I would have loved the chance to at your guys' age, but like it never happened. But yeah, 25 years ago, I would have given them a run for their money. Yeah,
Sweet.
I would have loved to have.
Do you think the event went well, or what do you think they could have done better?
It seemed to, like, even all with the number of people that came to Money Bay, I spent a lot of time on the couch just watching it at home. Yeah. Like I really quite like that. I think I'm getting more and more antisocial as I get older, but I did regret not going down there and seeing a few of the old faces that surfers from mates that came from all around the country that I didn't see when they were here. And as I'm so slack on replying to anyone or returning anyone's calls, I missed a lot of social events that I would like to have gone to. But no, I think it went well, Indi, and I think that it. What was the question?
Do you think the event went well? What they could have done better?
Yeah. No, I think it went real well. Indeed. Fuck, I was just like, what was the question now? But I was like, no, it went real well, bro. I definitely got short-term memory loss, but no, it went real well, bro. And I think that what I'd love to see happen, like if apparently we're only hearing there's nothing official yet that I've seen, or I've heard they've locked them for the next 3 years, but I would love to see like a platform or a scaffold built, not necessarily no height or nothing, but in this probably the spot about the rubbish bins, you know, behind where they put their screen for just the local boys, or and especially even if it was just flat coming, so you could even get all the komato up there for wheelchair, wheelchair access, and just have an area where it was just for the locals, so you knew that, and with like a little golf buggy there where you could pick the boys up from the top and roll them down, especially like the older surfers and like the likes of old man and Richie and I'm getting old too, so it'd be nice to be driven in and dropped off in on platform, and then and have an area where just you had some couches, something for just that. Well, what I see, all the older generation like that, a lot of them are dead now, but like the old school, I'm talking like, the Grigor the vets and that, their era of surfers and G, and so that they could like catch up and mingle with all all the older generation that want to come and park up and talk about the old days of before the circus came to town, and before it got busy and Raglan's turned into what it is now. It's actually it's definitely quite different to how it was when I grew up. Just for sure, there's just it's become I don't think anyone I knew had a Warren and Ridgeo back in the day, and there was just like, that's how it was. It was a real quiet little seaside town with and it was no one liked the Pooh Brown sand. Everyone went to the East Coast, you know.
Yeah.
And now I see now Raglan's become quite cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if like that if I like it becoming more popular or not, but it's definitely got a lot more opportunities for you guys, you know, for your era coming through, and with that comes more work and more opportunities, and I don't know if any of that makes any sense, but
it does. Yeah.
Yeah, Chebra. But
yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. But I think
what do you reckon separates Italo and the other surfers, since Italo was the winner?
He's seeing him live even before the contest started, I thought straight away he was he was on.
Yeah,
he's like an energized bunny. He was out the gate. Like, he was definitely by far one of the standouts. Like, you could surfing pretty much tell, surfing more than anyone.
Yeah.
And but what bummed me out probably the most was none of them come around and surf indies.
Yeah.
I was actually more interested in seeing them surf indies than the point.
Yeah.
Fuck, is that it? Like, you know, I wanted to see what they could do out here, and none of them like Carly Vast. He surfed his first morning. He surfed outside. He fuck. I never seen him on like, you know, social media, or I never seen anything about him prior to him coming and staying here, and fuck, he was ripping. Like, the size of his freaking quads and just his knees. No, he was ripping. I think he got burnt, and I think he got robbed in his heat too that morning with Jack. Yeah, I think Jack lost, bro. You know, to straight up, I just think Jack lost. But hey, it's just me. But hey, like hey, it's contest as well. But it was like back in the day, like even me and the Mormons, like next door, where it's always been like a rival, like it's always kind of down this driveway, it's been like we've been at like war with the neighbours, and but now like and it was quite interesting because Carly was at our place, and fucking Jack was at the Richies, and so it was like fucking, it was like kind of what my old man was fucking always hating on, and Jim was next door was always hating on my old man, and so it was like this, and so quite classic. I thought that they were had fucking, you know, in the heat together, and once again I felt like we got robbed, like we've been robbed with the Mormons, and what's been going on. I feel like I've been at war with the here, like not at war, but fucking I've just been doing what I thought my old man and Sam would have done if they were around. It was like fucking it was just like block the driveway for your car. Fuck, that's it. Don't let the contractors out the driveway. And that's what I was doing. So, but but then I end up losing the battle. It's a long story, but I won't get into that. But I ended up losing the battle, and I felt like that's how what happened with Carly, and I was like, fuck, you know, it was the same sort of shit, but on either sides of the driveway kind of thing. It was just classic. No, I just thought that was worth mention anyway. I sort of I
understand that. Yeah.
Sorry, that's way off track. Fucking fucking. What you even asked? I think I don't know. Yeah.
So you reckon Italo deserved that because he was just out there the most, doing the best?
I just think he was ripping the hardest, but I definitely was. I think he was getting a bit overscored for his
spamming the ears.
Yeah, I think that it was a little bit rude in the end. Like, but I was impressed with how well he could surf the northeast. Yeah, fuck, this devil wind. It's the worst wind you can ever get in Raglan. And like, so for them to do what they were doing in little shitty northeast Manu, and it's like some of the heats were just terrible to watch. Like, fuck, you wouldn't have caught me down there, fuck, for all the tea in China. Fuck that, I hate surfing a heat down in Manu Bay when it's small northeast. It's like playing chess when it's that inconsistent as well. It is. It's like if you should have caught that first wave in the exchange. It's not luck, it's chess. It's it's like being tactical of like jump rock the last, you know, the early first or the last, or fighting for that and staying too deep for too long and then missing the first wave, or not being in because sometimes if you just on that the first wave of the exchange, you get the best wave of the exchange straight off the bat. Like, that's what happens at Money Bay. Fuck, so frustrating. And it's like, I just couldn't watch it even. I was just walking around in circles doing dishes and back in this, the fuck, you know, hoping that wasn't what was going to happen for the duration. It was it wasn't looking good. And then I think the shark attack with the photographer was that the fact that they was like saying it was a seal or something. It was a fucking shark, you know. That was a shark bite, you know, that's without a doubt. and they're out there. And it's like, but he was where he was and where I saw him in particular. I'm not necessarily sure if it was right when the attack happened because I didn't see that, but that channel, that water when they're like sucking out past the ledge, that's where you catch all the fish in 50 cent pay, but where it comes down from the beach and the water sucks back out when it's ripping out past the ledge. Yeah, for sure. That's where you get all the big snappers, and fucking hey, I know this out wide. I know that I've felt it before. And I've been knocked on the board at night time when we're having full moon surfs or whatever, like out wide at Manu, and sort of. That was pretty heavy, I thought, and I thought that was they played that pretty well. Yeah. The whole shark attack never got really. They were just like saying it was a sea life. Sea life, and it cranked all morning. I was hungover all that morning, and I didn't actually see I had to get up and watch the replays of
I was just watching it, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on? No one's out there."
And it was pumping. It was good. It could have been the whole. Like most definitely would have been a different result. Yeah. I think if that had but they played it down for the shark attack and to actually even try and get them back in the water, but I don't know bro, Chrissy Malone's the best man you could possibly have out there on water patrol, to be honest, with his background of surf rescue and shit. They're pretty much safe hands. Like he is the waterman, if you ask me. So if anyone was going to come fucking save me out there, and fucking Tama, he's got quite good on the ski too. Yeah. And, they've been out there all the time chasing waves around the coast, and and he's always happy, he's so nice. He's such a good bastard. Those two, I don't know the rest of them who are on there, but it would have been nice if you both had asked me, boys, too, if I wanted to be on, what do you call it? Water patrol? Yeah. Fucking hell, Chrissy. Is that it, bro? From Gisborne? They
even timed that whole rescue, and it was only 18 seconds.
Was it 18 seconds? But who got to him first?
I'm not sure. I seen it on the cam when they timed it on the video, but fuck, it was quick, so that's pretty good.
Well done, boys. And see, that's what I mean, though. I just reckon that Chrissy is, like, if anyone's going to save me, I fucking want Chrissy to come save me. Like, Miles saved my life, actually, once out here on the ski, too. Miles or Chrissy. Yeah. Or Dougie. Fucking that's who really should be on the water patrol. Especially, like, in my eyes, like, is someone like who's like, imagine it would be the fucking funniest crew ever. Miles, Dougie, Chrissy, and Banksy. But just like I'm not sure who these guys are. Who else is on the water safety part? But I was like, I would like to see too, even the security. So that's an answer to the question before. Yeah. Was what would I like to see happen? I think a bit more work for the locals. Like Mark and that up the top of the hill, they should be fucking the security. Yeah. Fuck, bro. Yeah. No one's gonna fuck with them, and they looking straight down on the hill. That's in their domain. It's the Tookaris themselves, that's who, in my opinion, should be. Well, they're looking straight down on top, above it. You can't get in and out without them seeing everything. Yeah. Freaking hell, the boys have got the best, and it was there, it was there for anyone. So in my, once again, it would be nice to see a bit more, say we had all the guys that were there working on security were staying up at the Karioi camp, and there's no need for any of that. There should be all the locals should be a local security team, and then it's just like for 1 month or like 3 weeks or whatever it is. That's 3 weeks night shift, day shift, day shift.
Sounds
should
good,
be fucking all the brothers, it's just this. Sorry, it should be, brothers and sisters from Whangaroa. And so then it's like, once again, like the locals know who the locals are before, during the setup, and when we come and running through the contest. But I was like quite happy to see the arse end of it all and have the point back. Just being able to drive down and park up and go for a surf.
It felt crazy. Yeah,
I didn't like that. That was one thing I really didn't like, was just fucking doing my little nighttime, just drive in and just check the waves and just see who's left all their wetsuits behind. No, I shouldn't write that. Don't put that in there. All right. No, don't put that. Yeah, but all good for that.
What's the most impressive performance you've seen in the comp while the comp was on?
Most impressive performance, but it was probably Carly Vast at Altites. Nah, but at the comp, in the comp,
we've got the 10.
That was pretty much fucking, that was, but once again, I didn't see that live. I didn't see that live, and that was only, I think, I was a bit gutted I didn't see that live. I was sitting on the couch watching that, but I was like, that was one moment, I think that was a clutch moment where I fucking would have loved to see it. All of, what was my fucking best live, like the best, what was yours?
I feel like the whole heat of Cole and Yago, because Cole was getting those huge turns, and then Yago got the 10.
Hard. I thought, I think that, I think Cole, I think that's a good call, actually, bro. That was pretty, that was actually, as a goofy footer growing up, there wasn't always heaps of goofy footers here in Rags. There's always predominantly like natural footers, and that's what I think was, for me, back in the day when the QSs were here, to seeing all the goofy footers. I think when I met Blue Keegan down here at the beach at Indies, I was like, fuck, bro, you were fucking influential, and when we were at Grommet, and one of the other funny things I seen on social media was Gabriel Medina taking that selfie with all the grommets. And then Johnny Boy Gomes drops in and makes a comment, goes, fuck, Loha, and drops a photo of all the groms around Gav Malgram's TNC van, and it was just like, fuck, that brought back some classic memories. I think that was one of the coolest things, is that Johnny Boy comes in and this was nothing even to do with the comp, I guess, but just but that was like gold, seeing that, and because that for us and our whole generation, look, he was in that photograph, OTC, freaking Dilly Daz, freaking Cedar Balls, Nolza, fucking I think it's Matty Cedarman broken his leg, and Nick Matty Cedarman, I think. But but it was once again, I wasn't in the didn't make the cut. No, but it was like that inspired our whole generation, and fucking pushed us, and then DK made the quarters into that QS, and it made us realise that he's on the Whale Bay bus with us coming home each day after school, and it made, and he made you realise that and showed you how good those goofy footers were surfing, and that's what I said to Luke Egan. I said, fuck, bro, you inspired fucking me like you wouldn't believe. See, on that QS shot, that photo that's in the museum, and it's been it was from that QS of everyone sitting on the rocks, and I'm on there as a little grommet, and it was maybe 9 or 10, and I just sit down there all day, bro, and just get their signatures hard out, sick. And freaking and just seeing that, Archibald, how different their personalities all everyone is, and the characters, who are loose, who was real, they're all just normal cats, they're all people, but you just kind of have them up on a pedestal, but fuck, you seen how bombarded they get there even during the contest. I was like, so I didn't even meet Carly Vast till the day he was leaving here. But he stayed here the whole time, and I just thought, fucking leave the poor buggers alone. Even though I was staying down here in the room and they were renting the house, I was like, I was only just down below, and Xander's in Fiji ringing me going, fuck, what's Carly Vast like? You met him? And I was like, hell no, haven't even met him. I was just and he's like, what do you fucking mean you haven't met him? I was like, I just haven't met him, bro. Fucking leave him do his thing. If he wants to if you need anything, I'm there. But he's just watching how yeah, that's be quite tiring, and that's sort of a part of it I wouldn't like. And I don't think I've never been to a WSL event ever in my life, and I've never been even as a grommet. I've been to the QSs and that, but obviously I think it's a positive for all the groms, and it gives them something to. Actually, like I said about the wild card opportunities,
be inspired about.
Yeah, because what's the incentive after they finish the junior series? You know, the Grom series in New Zealand. Like there's no open. There's not even there's one open contest last year or this year until Hutch's backdoor does the backdoor one. And I also want to touch on the subject of like the fucking Aussies that come to like Hutch and Benny. What are you doing, letting the Aussies come in and surf in our event? Like, yeah, the old man might be an Aussie or a Kiwi, sorry, but so edit that out or whatever. But like, you know, the old man might be an Aussie. Fucking hell, the old man might be a Kiwi or their mum might be a Kiwi, but they live in Australia, so fuck off. You can do.
That's what I've been saying too.
Yeah, I think you should do your Aussie contests because that then once again takes the opportunity away from the Groms who live in New Zealand. And I know that they are Kiwis and they can come and know that the nationals or whatever the thing is, but if my mum was an Aussie, this is my question. If my mum was Australian, could I would that entitle me to go in the Bells fucking what do you call it? Trials, yeah. Or the fucking or like, especially if you're not from fucking the Waikato or the North Island, like, or like even I don't know. For me, I was like the first day of the event. What the fuck's the Aussies all doing in this? Because I wasn't.
Exactly
and then I think it made the draw so big and the whole thing drag on for 5 days. But I think Hutch and Benny did a great job at
for sure
at running the whole event. Like fuck, but they definitely blew it in a couple of decisions where they ran the open in some fucking terrible conditions. But that's the worst shit. That's the worst surf I've seen for that time of year. Like day after day, it was just big. Like normally you get 1 or 2 big days and it cleans up.
Yeah,
but it just stayed fucking big, and it was like it was hard work. And I think
I got smoked in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I think we either need, when it comes to that event, either have pay our judges or get a judging squad that are on the money when it comes to that, because imagine judging 5 days, that many heats. Like that was the biggest draw I think has ever been in a New Zealand Open. Yeah, I think
4
it was
rounds.
Yeah, you know, it was fucking. It was like, and the guys picking the seedings. I think that I'm not gonna be. I am gonna be a fucking. Yeah, I am gonna speak out about it. I think it was pretty fucked that Jaden Willoughby, for example. Yeah, because he didn't have his New Zealand seed wasn't well, but he was the current fucking open board riders, point board riders champ at Rags, and he was started in the first round, but did real well. Yeah, and it was ripping. But I think for example, just shit like that. You know, I'm not sure what that's about, but once again, hey, that's contest for you. Yeah. Overall, I think they did well, and I've bleated on about heaps of shit, Indi. Sorry, guys. And
that's all good.
But in some way, in fact, I think that we need to. Yeah, I think there's always room for improvement, but I'd like to see the junior, the under 20s held on a total different, still have the backdoor King and Queen Juniors weekend event, but like for you guys, I'm not taking that away, but to have that waiting period reduced, like so you don't have the junior woman and the junior men's anywhere near the open, because we're there for the open men and women fucking WSL wildcard. What the fuck are we doing running an under 20 contest in the fucking middle of that? Yeah, I know, it's fucking grateful. We need more like contests like that for all the juniors. I knew you guys were here, but that could either wait to a following weekend. But once again, we're not here to facilitate events or contests for fucking the Aussies coming. point. So like that's the only thing. They're the only ones that wouldn't have been in the event, which is fucking fine in my eyes. I've got no problem with them not coming over. Like, and it's good. It's a healthy to have them in there, like as for competition, to see where you guys are at for running heats. But fucking fuck off, you know, fuck off back to Aussie. You know, you've got so many events over there to compete in, but like we also should have that. Whoever makes the like, there should be like something going on for the under 20s. Like there was always under 20s when I was coming through. Like there was an under 20. Like I remember Ricky Parker won at Whonga and that. Oh, and, you know, yeah, they started doing under 20, more under 20s shit, because there should be like, and whoever wins like the New Zealand series, well then they get the fucking a couple of tickets to the fucking Pro Juniors and Aussie from New Zealand surfing. Like they're paid, or either Australia help facilitate that, or the Australian surfing or New Zealand surfing, because or we or somehow use those Aussies money that they're coming over with and entering into our contest, use their money that comes into the comp to send the best like 4 to fucking 20 groms to do more comps, you know, to help or just some sort of funding to help them help the juniors travel. And that's the same as the New Zealand team. We needs to be whoever's representing NZ after traveling all around the country in NZ. It is expensive. It is, you know, you have to be and that's what the unfortunate thing is. Like back in the day, fuck bro, all the best surfers in fucking the country basically come from Waikato, if you ever look, and they're definitely not the most wealthiest, you know, surfers in the country, but fuck, they were the best surfers in the country. Like if you think back to it, the seasons and our days, and like that's what I noticed. I'd like to see some grassroots funding happen for our like grommets, and especially like to like facilitate whether it's surfboards and wetsuits for like all I don't know, for the grommets coming from Huntley, Narras, fucking outside, like to be able to put them up for whether they come out here and they come camping and then they surf for 2 days, boom, for a weekend. So they stay, you know, so that they come out on a fucking Saturday, surf all day, and start a grassroots. And that's the same as for just there's heaps of parents that don't surf that I'm sure the grommets would love to. So like whether or not we encourage, you know, where's the grassroots surfing in Raglan? I just think need some support to help. How the fuck else are we going to get a fucking pro surfer on the world tour? It's like it's financial, and it's fucking it's going to come from like we got grassroots rugby coming out of our ass, and that's why we got the best rugby players. Like it starts at the club, and like I love to see the Point Borderos, all the Māori Borderos have a club rooms, and it's a shame that fucking we have to choose one club. We can't be in both, like the Māori Borderos and Point Borderos, but that's the rules that they've made. And I was a little bit fucking horrified to see that it was only the Māori Borderos that got a fucking write-up in the fucking WSL. Like when I was watching on TV, it was only the fucking Māori Borderos that got interviewed. I don't know, but maybe I just didn't see it. But I didn't see any interview, like there wasn't any, you know, these little Māori Borderos clips of Toots and the grommets, you know, at the point, but I didn't see any like point Borderos. And I think that I'd like to be involved more in just running just purely grom comps for just the Raglan groms, and but combining both the Māori and the Point Borderos kids who are surfing in each into one. Like I don't like the idea of that. So we somehow like the grommets who want to. I don't even know if I want to put that in there. I'd like to see you. No, but you know, what? No. But I just it'd be nice to merge the two, and there's no need to have like two really. I don't think. But but combine them. You know, like, and whether it's like, so for all about the kids, like, let's have some sort of, we'll have to have a look at what you wrote. No.
We'll see.
No, you're good. But I'm bleating, sorry, I won't tell you, I won't keep bleating, sorry. There's heaps of shit I wanted to say, though, Indi, and so my brain, I've been anxious as tonight, like, because I wanted to fucking I was like, fuck, what do I want to say? How I want to come across? But no, it's good. I'm not trying to take over your interviews. And hold you and keep you up. But I was like, fuck. I was like, so much. I've been going through my head after it all, before and after. I think I was more anxious about the fucking about the event coming, just the unknown. And how it would, is it going to be fucking, but I knew that we had to embrace it, because if we wanted to come back, you know, like, hey, like I'm fuck, whether I wanted to come or whether I didn't, fuck, it's I think the funniest fucking thing I seen was in the town hall was fucking DK and Timac going at each other. Fucking hell, like, and just Timac being so off it, and you know, like there was heaps of shit, like people like, you know, off the pit, like just commenting on the noseboard the whole time about the no drinking and at Money Bay. Yeah, I think, but we've always drunk piss at the, you know, at Money Bay and gone surfing and like, or in the car park, and I think it was a bit of a bummer to they keep, all I was fucked off about was that they keep fucking talking about it and putting it on the noseboard, and that means that there's going to be no sneaky bears going down on top of the hill watching surf, like it's a surf con. We're going to have to go into the beer tent or fucking go up top, but fuck up about the drinking. If the boys drink piss on the corner quietly to ourselves and have a laugh and watch them surfing, fuck, that's so what we're done. Should just,
it's always down there anyway.
Shut the fuck up about the fucking drinking. But at the same time, I did understand where they were, like some of it, where they were coming from. But some people haven't been in town long enough to even have a fucking opinion, so shut the fuck up. But obviously the Manawhina will have every right to comment. So be careful how I represent myself in that. But I think fuck the you know, fuck all these, like Johnny Come Lately, just shut up, man. You haven't been here long enough to ever have a right to an opinion. It's like the guys living here for 5 to 6 years, and they're like fucking like, oh, the best one I got was fucking like that. The guy, when I had the argument with the guy who snaked us, and I dropped in and I was like, the fuck you up to? I've been living here for fucking 3 years and I'm fucking, and I was like, what? Oh, 3 years or 2 years, whatever I called him. You know, when I was just like, I dunked him or something, but I was like, you know, fucking hell, bro, fuck, have some like just... I'm out here with the grommets, it's 2 foot, trying to get these kids some waves, and you fucking out here being taking heaps of waves off them. Fuck off. And he still lives here, I think. But anyway, that's a different story. No, it's a side check, but you can probably be on about that. But you know, it's just like, I'm all about looking after. It's all about, for me, like, I'm quite protective of all the groms, and so when like someone's telling, like fucking yelling or being aggressive with one of the local groms, fuck, remember my face, because I'm gonna fucking hurt you. You know, I will fucking drown you. I will really fucking hurt you. So whether or not it's without you realizing I'm gonna hurt you, so you know, that's a warning. Like, you like love to put that in the video, but because I like fucking, you know, there's like surfers as a whole, a bunch of fuckwits in general. Like there's a lot of surfers I don't like, and I think there's a lot of surfers who just come in and they say, like, they're yelling at a local grom and they're also just a visitor, and the grom it might just be a complete accident, but like that fuckers, like we were lucky. We had the likes of, we know, like when we come through, like back in the day, like no one would fuck with Stewie, you know. Stewie would I watched him, like, you know, fuck, all he had to do was fucking paddle over. He didn't have to lay a finger on anyone. Like, he was just scary enough looking at Stewie yelling at, and because me and Dilly Daz had done something wrong, or Ollie or Nolza, if we had upset someone, like, but you had one of the old boys, oh yeah, what the fuck, you had one of our dads or one of the, like, our older brothers, or, you know, come over and fucking intervene, and like and I'll never forget Tully Farrell, fucking, he, like, when Ratty and Scott, we'd put cow shit underneath his door handles, and fucking Tully Farrell, he was trying to get us, and I think we even got it inside his car or whatever, you know, and him and Kelly Lovelock, maybe, I can't remember, but and then Scotty and Ratty beat him up. Like, they watched, all they saw when they turned up to Money Bay to go surfing was Nick Hardy get so clotheslined by Tully, and we were all like, because we were all running over the roof and hiding, trying to like get away from Tully from running out on the toilet roof, and we're climbing over the toilet, just trying to like we'd jump off if he got on top, and it was going on. Nick was the smallest and couldn't quite get back up, I think, and fucking all Scotty and Ratty saw was fucking Tully just clothesline him and fucking smoked him, and they just come and beat the fuck out of him. And then holding him down, made Nick had rubbed cow shit in his face,
right.
and but that's the sort of how it was. Like fucking, we always felt like we had the older boys there to give anyone a good licking, and I think that's why I think that's why I'm as I'm trying to bring back a little community of all the Groms and collectiveness where it's like I think I'm trying to either be like Stewie or Boydie or Toadie, or that's what I always felt like or just always felt like you had we get away with fucking murder really, and terrorise the place. Felt like we had free reign a little bit, but there was less people.
Yeah,
sure. And I'm trying to let you get to bed tonight and stop talking so much. But that's what it did, bro. We did, and we had it was epic growing up here as Groms. We did have free range. It felt like, and it was like we could walk from Manu Bay back to Whale Bay. Knowles' house was first, and then Ollie, then fucking next in mine or whatever. Yeah, but we could walk. Three, we'd be walking we wouldn't be walking on the side of the road. We'd be walking fucking. There was gravel road, and we'd be walking fucking just towards the white line. There was no white line, probably even but it was like there wasn't any. You wouldn't pass a car, and we were just walking from Manu back to Whale Bay. It was just there wasn't. That's like when they stopped. There was I think the Whale Bay bus had fucking. It was full, it was a full bus of kids, and now it's sort of that's all. Now it's all Airbnb, and so it's taken the whole neighbourhood, or taking the whole. It's changed the dynamic in the Whale Bay community. It's sort of like you just got fucking these. Shouldn't say park, but just you've got some really wealthy people who live here now, and the houses are empty. You drive down into Whale Bay, it's like I think you got the Allisons, like Tommy and that, and we got Tom Welby, and it's like who else is really living down there? The Cods, but but there's if you think about it. There's no real families and Jenny's there now, but there's not really any it was full the whole way right the way up to Tui. It was the neighbourhood was full of kids, so it was heaps more. It was I don't know, so
not such a
and the Whale Bay bus come up to Sankey driveway, so we weren't even now they only drop the kids off at Manu. It's fucking I don't know, that's all bullshit anyway, but I'll put that in the initially, but but there was a bit more of a community, that's what I'm trying to touch on. It was we had a rat pack, even though Dilly Days didn't live at the Bay, he was still that was the there was the crew, and I think with me and my circle, I'm not I couldn't stand being the down the beach doing it, doing the stand up and surf ones like Charlie and Rocks, or just Rocks, I couldn't think of anything worse, I'm teaching kids to surf in the whitewash. I like trying to encourage all the Groms and give them and I love trying to be like Stewie and realistic and trying to just and help them get waves at the point and make them feel a part of our little fucking what it was, what we did have keep that kind of feeling and of a community, a small community, but other than that, I can't freaking. What do you have heaps of more questions, or is that it? I'm just yarning. Hey, am I just fucking hell? Just shut up, Mikey. Fucking talk shit. Nah, but I can't think of really anything else. I really wanted to but I've probably been way longer. How long did Dennis talk for? No.
He was probably the shortest one.
Was he? Yeah.
Just getting it going.
He's really old, bro? I noticed. Fuck, he's gone. So there's that's what I mean. There was Sean was the instigator. Like he was they had their first ever skateboard ramp in the bay.
Yeah.
And that's like, you know, and then with Scotty's house, was always like, the McNabs was fucking, was like, and I was best mates with his little brother, Craig, you know, so that was like was the hub, you know, it's swimming pool, now it's Joe's, you know, but it was like, so it was like, and there was the whole Whale Bay was almost like, not everyone owned the houses, but they were all full of rentals, you know, so it was like, it was all rented out, and it wasn't like it is now, bro. It's like,
yeah, completely.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. It was heaps I wanted to say and come across, but as a whole, I think the WSL's gone well, bro, and I think that fuck you's a lucky little cunts coming through in this time, in some ways. I feel sorry for you in lots of other ways, because and feel privileged to have come through when we did, because it was just a whole different it was a whole different place. It isn't what it is now, but I look back and I laugh, and I saw Luke McPake's, I don't know if you've ever seen Luke McPake's little story he did on but he wrote this little story that was in Stuff, I think. And if you read what his little story, the write-up he did, was fucking sick. It was so funny when I read it, almost made me cry, of like when like all the boys were in the back of Stewie West's car at the lookout at Indies, and it was a rainy day, about seeing Rob Machado surfing for the first time. Ollie Cord spotted him, and the way he does this little write-up of it, and that's a fucking great, so that's what we should put a link to that little story of what that, and there's a little photo of us in the Whale Bay car park, I think. Yeah. And it was it was so spot on. I had forgotten, like I during that time, I think my oldies were splitting up, and I like that particular part of my grommet hood, I can't remember, but fucking it was gold. Like the way how Luke McPake described it, fucking funny.
It would have been like way better spotting a surfer back then than just seeing one now.
Because we were just watching it on VCR, on Good Times, and fucking we'd go into the surf go and just we were allowed to, like, Auntie Shree was fucking working in there with Auntie Cynthia, and it was fucking, we were allowed to like eat our hot chips on the fucking floor by the wetsuits, you know, and it was like and Luke McPake describes how we were allowed to eat we're in Hughesy's shop, we were allowed to, and it was like, but we would always get tuned up, and we had to just be fucking with our sauce in our fucking chips, but we were allowed to sit down here in the wetsuit area, and that was us. We'd watch Good Times over and then when fucking Ollie spotted him from the lookout on a rainy, overcast shit day, and he was here with what's his name, Taylor Steele, and it was like, bro, it was the funniest memory. I think that was that was even before the QSs started coming. Yeah, like or it was during. I can't quite remember, but it was it was classic. That was and that's what I should really put a link to that fucking story. I should show you it, and I'll send it to you. Like it was that's, and I'll let you just go to bed anyway. I can fucking yarn. I'd have lots to say, but thank you for coming down.
Yeah, thanks for this.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Very welcome. It's like I could fucking waffle on for ages, but there's lots I wanted to touch on, but I fucking